right now, or on an angle. Back in April 2010, I was looking to move on to another adjunct position with a highly reputable institution. I had heard many wonderful things about the Chicago school, and so I visited the website. I saw this big announcement that Dr. Neilon Woods had just been assigned her role as national president, so I decided to boldly email her directly and say I was interested. That was pretty bold too. But the cool thing is that it was a Saturday around noon. And within two hours on a Saturday at noon, Dr. Neilon Woods actually responded to my email and connected me with the powers that be with my CV. One of them was Dr. Sinicola. After interviewing me on the phone with Dr. Sinicola, Dr. Merlis, and Dr. Sitzer, Dr. Sinicola offered me a class on the spot, and I began teaching at the LA campus, further to be LA and Westwood campuses. Almost 2 years of hard work led me to Dr. Bacon, who begged me to interview for the full-time position. Yes, she does beg sometimes. I knew this was the direction for me, and she and the core faculty of the MFT department hired me full-time, although I don't think they knew exactly what they were getting when they hired me. So, Dr. Bacon and the faculty under her leadership have been a great inspiration and support to me, and I can't thank them enough for all the opportunities they've given me. And with that said, I would like to read my teaching statement so that you can understand better why I do what I do and who I am underneath this regalia. When I was in high school, I wasn't a superb student. My focus was on sports and the scholarship I was going to receive for my excellence in sports. I made it by with a 3.0 because that's what I needed. Bare minimum, I did it. I didn't study because I didn't have time with working a part-time job and concentrating on sports. I did know that I wanted to be a doctor and was dead set on going to college to be one. The one subject that I really wanted to take in high school was psychology. My guidance counselor had to approve it because it was a special course. My guidance counselor denied me the approval to take it because he said I would never make it through. That it was a hard course and I didn't have the capability to actually make it through that course. The time came for preparing for college, and my guidance counselor told me not to waste my time on applying for college because I never would be able to get in, and I wouldn't be able to be successful because I wasn't intellectual enough. But he knew I was good with my hands. He suggested that I apply to trade school, and that the outcome of my career testing revealed that I would make a great bus driver. He continued to tell me I would never make it in college and not to waste my time or my money. What he didn't realize is that 20 years later, I would be standing here in front of all of you with 2 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees, and a doctoral degree in clinical psychology. Along with 2 acceptances to medical school and now acceptance into my 3rd master's degree in theology. This is that never let anyone tell you you can't do something. Keep striving to do the work you want and never let anyone tell you you can't. Let your passion drive you and you will find your own way. By the way, after each milestone in my academic career, I have faxed over proof to the school. I can teach that psychology course now. That is why receiving this award means the world to me. It's not only a commencement for you, but it is for me as well, which is why the 2 most beautiful people in my life are present in the audience right now, that drove from Florida to be here with me, my parents. I know you guys were taking bets, and people were like, please cry. We never see you cry. Here you go. So I would like to now move into my teaching statement of what drives me. Albert Einstein said, education is what remains after one has forgot everything he learned in school. I think Albert Einstein said it well in that oftentimes individuals leave a class, a subject, or school, regardless of the level of education, often wondering what they will remember. This quote imprints into my teaching philosophy in that I don't want my students to leave with a grade they worked hard for, yet the information that has been stored in their brain, known as education. Grades mean nothing. Education means everything. Why am I a professor? I had my first calling to teach when I attempted to become the first woman Catholic priest. I wanted to preach the word. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to stand up in a church filled with individuals who could hear me speak of the Lord's word and take that word with them and inspire them to do good in this world. I wanted people to see that the Lord is within us all and we have the power to make change in this world, in humanity. I taught catechism for many years, but it wasn't as fulfilling because I knew I had a strength within me that could be a powerful force to bring out the good and positive in people. I was told to become a nun. I didn't want to be a nun. I wanted to teach. I wanted to preach. I wanted to move a room. And as you can tell, that didn't work out for me. But what I came to realize is that God did have a plan for me. It was broader than that. It spread beyond a church filled with people to the world filled with people. I moved into the field of psychology. I like to think of my classes as therapy boot camp, and I'm sure the class can attest to that. Blood, sweat, and tears. I always begin my classes with teaching the 3 learning styles: auditory, kinesthetic, and visual. I explain to my students that everyone has a different dominant learning style, and as a professor, I need to make sure that everyone in class will be catered to. Therefore, I teach to all styles. Auditory, they hear me speak it. Visual, I write it on the board, and usually that includes metaphors of Star Wars and Star Wars spaceships, but they'll never forget a neuron ever again. Humor. Humor is an appropriate tool that I use to encode semantic meaning into their long-term memory. They will remember it. It's nice to hear them giggle when they take a quiz or a test because they remember what I taught them using an analogy, metaphor, or a humorous story to remember that. Real-life experiences. I teach to the real world. The fact of the matter is that people want results. They want to jump into the doing. I remember being in medical school thinking and pushing for the minute I could get my hands on that cadaver, even though it looked like a shark had eaten it. I wanted to be doing the medicine. I wanted instant results. It's like when people go to weight loss clinics and they pay all this money and they want to lose like 15 pounds overnight. Well, they want the results now. They want to see this happen. And it reinforces them. It makes them stick to what they're doing when they have that reinforcement. So this is exactly what I do. I motivate the students. I show them the results. The first day of class, they're immediately doing role plays. They're starting with those immediate hands-on skills so they can see that they are beginning the process of becoming a therapist. It's like the movie Karate Kid, 1984. Ralph Macchio wanted and needed results. He didn't see that every step of the way he was learning via the wax on, wax off. Well, every minute of my class I am doing, saying, or showing them something that will apply to the real world. Sometimes I do utilize the Mr. Miyagi approach and give them that aha moment. It's a beautiful thing to see. Investment. I am very invested in these students. If they are invested, I'm invested. I recently heard through the grapevine that Dr. DeFeo is a tough instructor. A student then replied to these other students and said, "It's not that she is hard in the way that you can't understand. She's hard in the way that she wants you to learn and she has expectations." I thought that was the greatest compliment that I can get because it's so true. I am invested in the learning experience and what they get from me. I want them to be confident in themselves. I want them to walk away from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology saying they received the best education they could have ever received. Why? This comes back to my original drive, which was to preach, to send people into this world to do good, to change lives, and to better the lives of people, to help and heal suffering. God gave me this talent, and I'm using it to the best of my ability. Thank you to all that supported me in obtaining this award. It came with a very nice check, and I want to state that I will be giving 10% of that check back $500 to be put into the Student Scholarship Fund, where students are given the opportunity to have their education paid for. God bless you all, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you. It is a pleasure to be with you in this moment of well-deserved celebration. Thank you very much for nominating me for this award. It means more than you can imagine. God bless.
Dr. DeFeo, thank you for your inspirational words, and I can see everyone appreciated them as well. We have so many incredible faculty here at the Chicago School in Los Angeles. So now,